This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TV Log, and this time around it's Foofur, brought to us by Hanna-Barbera and S.E.P.P International. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Dual, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday Morning TV Log is another probably rarely remembered tune of the 80s. It's Foofur, an animated series that originally premiered on NBC in September of 1986. The show was created by Phil Mendez, who had also produced Kissyfur, which debuted the same year on the network. The show was produced by Hanna-Barbera along with S.E.P.P International, who had also collabed with them on the Smurfs and the Snorks, which were also both on the network as well. The show was about the everyday misadventures of the skinny blue protagonist dog Ian Willoughby. That, of course, is our titular character. Now then, let's give the whole story. In the well, maybe a small, but could be small or big. In the town of Willoughby, a tall, skinny blue bloodhound named Foofur has taken refuge in a mansion in 32 Maple Street, which is also his birthplace. Now, Foofur, along with his group, which include his niece Rocky, spelled Rocki, Fencer the cat, a bulldog named Louie with his girlfriend, an old English sheepdog named Annabelle, and a cocker spaniel named Hazel with her husband, a miniature schnauzer named Fritz Carlos. Well, Foofur and his friends however, do have an enemy in a woman named Miss Amelia S. Crow and her pet chihuahua named Pepe, who tries to expose Foofur's illegal roommates, but always to no avail. Mrs. Escrow has tried many times to sell the estate, but unbeknownst to her, Foofur and his friends keep the house from being bought, as they also protect their home from rodents like the Rat Brothers, who tend to mess with Fencer. Other cats like Vinny and his cat pack, and greedy humans. While trying to stop Mrs. S. Crow, Foofur tries to avoid having his friends captured by the Bowser Busters dog catchers Mel and Harvey. In addition, an Afghan hound named Bert also antagonizes Foofur and competes with him to win the affection of a basset hound named Dolly. Now, I've got to say, it's been some time since I last saw this show and what have you. I did find this on YouTube years back. Anyway, I'm going to say this is yet another underrated tune from the folks at Hanna-Barbera. But I really like it. I also like its catchy little theme song. Unfortunately, when I later caught it on YouTube, they used a different theme song instead of the one I'm originally, well, familiar with. Now, even though I do have a video cassette of it, which was released under the Celebrity Home Entertainment's Just for Kids label, you know, the with that kid that might have creeped you out a little bit named Noel. Yeah, which also released Kissyfur videos, plus a lot of other tunes from the 80s. Anyway, yeah, that's the only thing that has the original that I can have that has the original theme that I'm familiar with that I heard on the NBC run. Well, other videos that I found of Foofur have a different theme song, however. Not the one that I remember. But anywho, I will say that this is really a fun show and what have you. Now, each episode of Foofur mostly has a full story, and while some others have, let me see, I'm trying to get through this. Well, actually, most episodes have two stories together. A few don't. A few just have one whole story. So anyway, in each episode, Foofur and his crew get into all sorts of fun-filled misadventures. Anyway, the show ran for 2 seasons. After 2 seasons and 26 episodes were produced and aired, with an overall total of 46 segments, The show ended in February of 1988. Anyway, I am going to say that I do have again, as I've said, I've had fond memories of Foofur. I used to watch it, and I actually did have one of the comic books that was released through Marvel's Star Comics imprint. Also, let me see. Oh yes, Shed Spread butter and margarine products. They actually had little cups and what have you with their butter, and it actually had Foofur characters on there. I actually remember those, as a matter of fact. That's really, really cool. I like that. I do remember those. Anyway, now, of course, like with most Hanna-Barbera tunes, Hoyt Curtin was on board to do the score for the series. Now, for our voice acting cast, we have voice god Frank Welker voicing the titular character of Foofur. And this was still long before he would go on to be the second voice of everyone's favorite Great Dane of a mystery solving hound, Scooby Doo. Even though, well, you get the point. Don Masick was still around at the time. Voicing Rocky is Christina Lang. I am gonna say she's a nice character now, although unlike well, her uncle Foofur, she's more of an indigo color and not blue. She's indigo color. Now, Dick Gautier voiced Louis, or was it Louis? I'm not sure. Of course, most people would remember him from Get Smart and When Things Were Ryan, and he even played Conrad Birdie in the Broadway musical Bye Bye Birdie. Well, originating the role for that, as a matter of fact. Now, let's see. Voicing Annabelle is Susan Tulsky. Now, sometimes she can be a wee bit clueless and what have you. Now, most people would know her best from the ABC Western comedy series Here Come the Brides. Hazel is voiced by the late great Pat Carroll, who of course would later go on. This was still before she voiced Ursula in The Little Mermaid for Disney, and also appeared in other shows. Fritz Carlos is voiced by Jonathan Schmock. Now he's appeared on numerous shows. He actually, this right about the time this that yes, the same year Foofur premiered, he was also the maitre d' in a fancy restaurant in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He would also appear on TV shows like Blossom, Arrested Development, Star Trek Enterprise, The Golden Girls, which of course was on NBC at the time, even The Big Bang Theory. Let's see. Fincher is voiced by Eugene Williams, pretty good character. Yeah, and believe me, I can't wait a penchant for the martial arts. Yes, just before Rankin Bass introduced us the Karate Cat the following year in the comic strip. Mrs. Escrow was voiced by Susan Sillow, who recently voiced Sue, the ghost monster, in Hanna-Barbera's recent hit animated series, A Pac-Man. She also appeared on numerous other shows and would also voice Wuya on Shaolin Showdown. Now, Scooby-Doo's original voice actor, Don Masick, voices Pepe. Yeah, that's really cool. And let's see. Now, the Rat Brothers, I'm familiar with those. Their leader, a thin black rat named Sammy, is voiced by Chick Venera, who would later go on to voice Pesto the pigeon in the Good Pigeons segment on Animaniacs. The Then there's Baby, the fat violet rat, voiced by Peter Cullen, whom that same year would voice the young version of A. Spencer and other characters in the Filmation Ghostbusters series. He also was the voice of Optimus Prime in the Transformers franchise as well. He also recently lent his voice to characters on Pac-Man, Saturday Supercade, and many other tunes. Now, and then there's Chucky, a fat pink rat, who's the strongest of the group. Originally, who was voiced by Alan Melvin most episodes, who you know best as Sam the Butcher of the Brady Bunch fame, and also the voice of McGilla Gorilla. And let's see, he also went on to voice Bluto in the all new Popeye Hour, and also the next year he would voice him again in Popeye and Son. And he also voiced characters in Filmation's Flash Gordon series as well. Frank Welker voiced him in a few episodes. Mel and Harvey are voiced by, well, two different characters. There's David Doyle, who of course was best known for his portrayal on of the character of John Bosley on Charlie's Angels, while the other was voiced by Michael Bell, who recently voiced half of the spacey Wonder Twins Zan in the Super Friends series, and also lent his voice to other tunes like G.I. Joe, the Transformers, as well as later cartoons. Let's see, Pierre Cullen also lent his voice to Vinny, and Susan Blue, who also was a voice actress in the Filmation Ghostbusters tune. She recently voiced Flim Flam in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo the previous year, and she also later went on to voice characters in Brave Star, and also played Tina's mother in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, did the voice of Dolly. And William Calloway was well known as who was the second voice of Aquaman in the Super Friends franchise, was the voice of Bert. Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, he did lots of others animated. They did voices of other animated characters as well. There's other characters, but we don't see much of the voices though. But there's a host of other characters you'll see within Foofur. Anyway, let me go ahead and give you a better look at the characters. Here's a look at most of the gang. I'm sorry the rats aren't in there, but here's with mostly the whole core group. Foofur, there's Fencer, Fritz, Carlos, and there's Dolly, and you see Annabelle and Hazel, Louie, and of course, or maybe it's Louis. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I last saw it. And then there's Rocky. Oh yeah. Aside from the just for kids videos, and the Shed Spread Cups, there will also be Foofur toys as well as a plush stuffed toy of Foofur. Probably some of the other characters had plush toys, but I could be wrong though. But anyway, I think Foofur is definitely another underrated show from the folks at Hanna-Barbera. Now, I am trying to look up some stuff, but it might be hard to find and what have you. But wait a minute. There are now you can find full episodes here on YouTube. They're very tough to find though, but I found some of them from the actual Just for Kids compilations, which have like one or two episodes and what have you. So it would be the videos in their entirety and what have you. So yeah, and yes, you will see that kid I mentioned, Noel. But but lots of luck trying to find the other episodes and what have you. But anyway, yeah, that of course is Foofur for you. It's got great characters. I like it. It's just probably one of the most underrated 80s tunes in my book and what have you. So anyway, I think it's fun. So that's going to do it for the Saturday Morning TV log. What did you think of Foofur? Have you ever seen this show? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And we'll have another video coming up tonight. I'm not sure what it is, though. It depends. So just stay tuned for it. So I hope you liked this. And if you did, check out the Saturday Morning TV logs for these other shows. Check out the Saturday Morning in the upper left hand corner is my Saturday Morning TV Log on Foofur, which came out the same year, as I've already mentioned. The upper right hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV Log I did for another underrated tune, but it was from the 90s, based on the movie series Beethoven. Or if you would like some more doggone good stuff, check out a show that came out after this show ended in a pub named Scooby Doo from 1988. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV Log, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV Log is Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.